Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're gonna be talking about Big Ped, and I'm sorry, I thought that we were done with him, but there have been rumors circulating that he is gonna be on season 2 of The Single Life. He's still wildly popular and active on social media, and it seems that Liz has re-entered the chat. So we have a lot to talk about. Let's just jump right in. So the last time that I talked about Ed on this channel, it was when that phone call leaked. Obviously it was recorded by Liz. I don't know how it got out. I don't know who she sent it to or what have you. I don't even know how legal it was that that phone call was recorded, but such is life. It did get out there. Ed sounded like a complete manipulative, abusive asshole in that phone call. This has led to a lot of podcasts and other Instagram pages, other bloggers. They don't even say his name anymore. They just refer to him as Rose's ex. He was actually the first cast member to ever block me, and it's because I would consistently call out his inappropriate behavior with minors and how he interacted with minors and girls that were barely legal online. It was really gross, and we just see that behavior repeated and repeated and repeated, and it seems that TLC, Discovery Plus, whoever just doesn't give a fuck, and we're just gonna keep seeing him. So if they're gonna keep putting him on, my stance is I'm gonna keep calling out this gross behavior, because I don't want anybody to ever look at this man or a man acting in a similar fashion, or really any person acting in a similar fashion, and think that this is decent behavior, and this is how you should treat people, because it's absolutely horrific. And I really don't want people to think I'm being dramatic about this, or I'm trying to overhype his behavior. I think we tend to forget sometimes, especially when someone hasn't been on our screens for a while. But if you go back and look and just watch how he love bombs, gaslights Rose, Liz, and then just hearing the stuff that doesn't happen on camera, he is a completely different person off camera. He comes off and he wants to disarm you by saying, hey, I'm this funny guy. It doesn't matter what Ed looks like. It obviously just matters what he acts like. And he has this cunning way of really manipulating women, young women, into thinking that he's non-threatening. And then they get into situations that they didn't want, like we saw with Liz. Moving way too fast into a relationship, then it's moving in and moving, want to get married. I want to spend the rest of my life with someone, or I just want to spend the rest of my life with anyone. It's like, it's so sad for Ed, right? Well, no. So you guys remember last season of The Single Life, we saw a lot of really cringy moments with Liz. He convinces her to go to this wedding with him. They end up sleeping together and becoming official. And then it was like right after that, I want you to meet my daughter. Then she goes and meets his daughter, and his daughter and her friend were really rude to Liz. Then we see them back at the tell-all, and it's revealed that, they have a lot of fights. Well, we already knew they had a lot of fights because Ed would essentially stalk her and get mad at her if she was out with coworkers and whatnot. And alcohol fueled a lot of these arguments. So, okay, we're going to go to couples therapy, which I think I think couples therapy is great. I think therapy in general is great. If you're needing couples therapy mere months into a relationship, I don't know. Is that a red flag? I mean, I think it would be for me. I don't know. I guess different strokes for different folks. So here we are. We haven't really heard much from Ed or Liz for a while. Well, actually, table that, because I'm going to talk about Liz and Andrew. So we haven't really heard much from Ed as far as, you know, he's being spotted out. Rumors are that he's going to be on Single Life season 2. And then this was posted to Reddit. Okay, so this was posted yesterday to Reddit, and this person, this is from Traybird12, engaged, ? Saw this posted on Facebook this morning, and someone had posted, so I'm out with my husband last night in Santa Barbara, and guess who strolls in and sits next to us? Good old Big Ed and Liz. She was all over him. After a couple drinks, I got the guts to talk to them, and they were very nice. Also newly engaged. She had quite the rock on her hand, and they seemed happy. My inner fangirl was dying for a bit. Why? Figured you all would understand. Ha ha. And this has been being talked about. It's spreading like wildfire. Then the Instagram account True Crime Janky posted this, which was, I think this is a screen grab from Liz's Instagram story where she is tagging Santa Barbara as her location, and she's wearing the same dress. So there is some corroboration there that they are in Santa Barbara. I mean, I don't see any ring, can't tell for certain that if they're engaged, but what this does say to me is that she's gonna be on Single Life season 2 again. One of the things I had talked about when I first started covering Liz in particular on the Single Life is that sometimes it's really hard, especially because she spoke about her prior relationships as being really toxic. She didn't flat out say abusive, but definitely things that she said alluded to that, at least verbally perhaps. So, you know, a lot of us empathize with her, sympathize with her from our own histories with relationships that, you know, she might not realize that this is not okay, how you treat someone. And then just as the season progressed, and then we heard the phone call, and we saw the tell-all, and it was like, oh, okay, I think she's starting to get this, that this is not cool. Even though in the tell-all, it seemed that she really realized everything that was wrong with their relationship. You know, just even bringing up the aspect of going to therapy means you realize there's things that should be worked on in your relationship. But Ed was still able to be like, you look so pretty, or, you know, I miss you so much, and like weasel his way back in. And, you know, that was infuriating for a lot of people, but we hoped that they would stay broken up because she had posted that they did break up. So, okay. I had reached out to Liz around that time frame to see if she wanted to come on my channel for an interview. And she had told me, like, sure, let's do it. And then we were going back and forth. It took a few days to talk about when a good schedule might be, working around her work schedule. And ultimately, she had said by that time the tell-all had aired. You know, these cast members get inundated with messages and comments, good and bad, and what have you. So she had said, you know what, I know I promised you that I would come on your channel, and I'm going to like uphold that because I'm a woman of my word, but I really don't want to have anything to do with the franchise anymore. And when she said that to me, it's like, I'm not going to strong arm someone into coming on my channel. That's just not my style. So I said, hey, look, like, no, like, we don't need to do this. You don't have to come on my channel. I can appreciate the fact that you want to steer clear of this franchise and just distance yourself from it. Like, best of luck to you, and let that be that. Well, then a couple weeks later after that, she is seen, the two were spotted canoodling fucking Andrew from Andrew and Amira. They did, apparently, this was posted in Reddit, a 4-hour live. Apparently they were set up by another YouTuber who ordered cameos for both of them to send to each other, and they hit it off. There was a flirtation, and Liz had claimed that she never saw the show, which I think she claimed about Ed in the beginning as well. And it's like, maybe you should start watching the show if you're going to date these people, because these are probably two of the worst men that have ever appeared on 90 Day Fiancé. So I mean, I hadn't heard anything else from Andrew and Liz, so I don't know. I didn't really think about it much, but I was like, okay, probably they're not together, or that never took flight. And then now this with her being back with Ed. Me personally, it's disappointing because I find Liz to be a very logical person. I think she has the capacity to realize that this is nonsense. The way Ed treats women is fucked up. So what? Like, what's going on here? Are they really engaged? Do they get engaged on Single Life Season 2? I would say there's probably a 75% chance that is what's going to happen. And that is just such a bummer, because it's like, it's validating his gross behavior as being acceptable. You know, at this point with Angela and Ed and people like Andrew, I mean, I don't know if Andrew's going to be on another season of the show. I want to say no, but I really wouldn't put it past Discovery or Sharp or TLC or whoever is making the casting choices to take a stand. I mean, I have seen it mentioned many times that even people talking negatively about these cast members is people talking, so they're going to keep showing them. So it is what it is. And on the one hand, it's like, okay, we can not talk about them at all, which I agree with on the one hand. But on the other hand, if we're seeing really toxic behavior shown in prime time, I think there is validity to calling that out and talking about it so that it's not normalized. It's such a fine line, and I've said this word a couple times recently in my videos, but it's nuanced. So I don't know, but it's like, I wish that they would just not film Ed. I don't know where his legions of fans are, but I don't know, they're not following me because I have literally not had one person message me and say, man, what you say about Ed is really fucked up. I've never had that happen. I've had that happen with Angela, which I am like, okay. And I've had that happen with other cast members, but never, ever happened with Ed. So I don't know. What do you guys think about this latest development, about their engagement? I think this certainly does speak to the fact that they both will be on Single Life Season 2, so I just don't know how that's going to play out, but we do know Natalie is going to be on Single Life Season 2, and I'm actually excited for that because I think it's going to just be a chaotic mess, and I'm here for that. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter @Reality Squad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.